All right, so we're getting into systems of equations. What does systems mean? Well, if you look here, you have one equation, you have two equations. So systems of equations. I went ahead and did the work for you here on that first one. Remember, I was just telling you that when it's in standard form, we had an x plus y equals 1. I just went ahead and did that. You don't need to do that. Just make sure you write down this equation right here. This one's in slope-intercept form. Y equals negative 1 over 1x plus 1. And y equals negative 2 over 3x minus 4. That's just your first one, but worked out. I thought I had gotten rid of doing that, but what I did is I subtracted the 1x from both sides and then divided by the 1. Well, yeah, I didn't actually divide by the 1 because I knew y was just y, but here I subtracted the 2x from both sides. I did not put them together because you cannot combine them. And then I divided by the negative 3 in the front, and that's how I came to this. So you don't have to do that. All of yours are in slope-intercept form, which is that y equals mx plus b, where the b is the y-intercept and the m is your slope. And try to remember, slope is going to be that rise over run, and the first one we're going to do that to the right. So the big pirate, RRR, rise over run right. That's our first one. So let's get our first one, first line here, and I'm probably going to pull a black pen out, two different colors here. Blue isn't going to really work. So y-intercept, that's that number at the end. That's where I'm going to put my first dot on 1 on the y. Whoops, you know what? I just realized my whole graph is upside down. I don't even think you can read that, can you? But anyway, we'll play the game that way because I wrote all this out. So here's 1. And then we have, guys, remember, negative 1 over 1. So we're going to go down 1 and then right 1. Some of you are going to the left. You're not, pay attention to this real quick, all of you, because one of you did it yesterday. You're not going down. You're not doing the negative, especially when the negative looks like this one. You're not seeing that negative. You're doing it the positive way. So that negative means negative 8. It goes to the top. So you have to pay attention to that. There's just these little subtle details in these that you need to do. So I went with this slope, down 1, right 1, and I go back to the y-intercept and do that in reverse. I'll go up 1 and then left 1. And then I'm going to make that line. This is why making your lines becomes important, because we're going to show you why I've been getting so detailed about why your line needs to be straight here. All right, it's a new pen. Hopefully it works. Here we go. Negative 4 is our y-intercept. So I go to negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. New pen's not going to work. There she goes, I think. Negative 4, right? All right, from there, it's 2 over 3, positive 2. So now I'm going to go up 2 spaces, and then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3. All right, do that in reverse. Down 2 and left 3. All right, we're going to draw that line. This one was pretty easy. Get a new pen out. This one was pretty easy because there's where our two lines cross. Does everybody see that? And the answer to that is where those two lines intersect, it's the coordinate point, which is solved by the x value and the y value. Okay? So this is my x-axis, correct? Therefore, my x value is this value right here, which happens to be 3. I know mine's upside down. I don't know if you can see the negative, but it's upside down. That's 3. My y value, if I go over here to the y-axis, is 2. 3, I'm sorry, negative 2. Negative 2. So this is the answer, guys. This is the work. This is the answer. Where do those two lines cross? That's the only place that these two equations will be the same, is right there where they intersect. Okay? Nice pen, but it doesn't work. Another one that doesn't work. Little protective pieces on here. All right. There we go. All right. So I'm going to turn this back around. We have y equals 8. So there's our equations, right? Did I do that right? Is that the correct one? Yes, it is. All right. So quickly, here we go. Y-intercept is that 4, negative 4. So on my graph, I'm going to go to negative 4. I'm going to put my first dot. It's negative 8 over 3. Guys, do you see the negative? If you don't see that negative, you need to see that negative that's in front of it. That negative goes to the 8. Some of you are not seeing that. So I'm going to go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is way down here. And then I would go right 1, 2, 3, which I don't have it. So I'm going to do everything in reverse. So I'm going to go up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and to the left 1, 2, 3. Does everybody get what I did there? Because I went off and to the right. It's somewhere over here. If you want to write a mock dot, go ahead, but you're not going to use it. Then do it in reverse. That dot is still there. It's just off the graph. So we're going to draw our line. This one's easy. Y equals 4. There is no x. So I'm going to go to 4 on the y. I'm going to put a dot. There is no x. Therefore, that my pen now is on the x-axis. My line or ruler cannot touch the pen. There is no x, so my line should not go through the x. And I'm going to draw my line left to right. All right, where do these two intersect? Right here. Can anybody give me that point? It's the x and the y. What's the x value? Go straight down to the x-axis. What is it? Nope. Negative 3. What is the y? Go straight over to the y. Right there. We know what it is. It's right here. Anybody? 4. If you go straight over, you can see it touches on the y-axis. The y-axis at 4. This is our x-axis. So it touches the at negative 3 and the y at 4. Just where those two intersect. X and y first. I did these backwards too. All right, so our first line right here, we're going to go start at negative 3. So we put our first dot at negative 3. We're going to go see the negative in front. That goes to the 1. So we're going down 1, and then we're going to run to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Whether we go down and right or up and right, we always do the first dot up and right or down and right. And even if it goes off the graph, we've done it. Now we're going to do it in reverse. Since we went down 1, right 3, we're going to go up 1 and left 3. Spaces, right? Draw that line. Go to our next one. It's at 3. So we put our dot at 3. We are going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. We're going to run to the right. 1, 2, 3 spaces. We're going to do that in reverse. We're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to run to the left. 1, 2, 3 spaces. And there it goes. These worked out nice because they intersect at dots. Who's going to give me this one? What's the intersecting point? What's the x value? Chris, what's the x value? Look on your board, your paper. You can see clearer than what you see on mine. What is that? It's -3. Eric, what's the y value? Nope. Take this dot where they cross the two lines. You see where they cross? That dot I go all the way over straight to the y-axis. -2. See how I went straight up to the x-axis to get my x and to my y-axis to get my y. -3, -2. All right, let's go to the next one. Here's the last one. We need to do some fixing on this one. We need to put this over 1, right? We actually need to add the -1 here and put it over 1 because it was just -x, so we put -1 over x. This is usually you guys get it here, but when that one is stuck out front like this one and it's even with the line, you have a hard time seeing it. So just make sure you notice the negatives in there. All right, so we're going to go to -1 and put our dot. It's the only time we do that. That's the y-intercept, so we put it on the y. Now it's -5, 1. So we're going to go down 5 spaces and to the right 1 space. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces over 1. We don't go to -5, we go down 5 spaces and to the right 1. Now let's do it in reverse. We're going to go up 5 spaces and then left 1. We do it complete opposite. The first one's on the right side of the y-axis, the other one's on the left side of the y-axis. And draw our line. Go to our next one. Our y-intercept is 3 because it's y equals 3. So we go to the 3 and we put a dot. And it's -1 over 1, which means we go down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. And then we do that in reverse. Up 1, left 1. And we get a nice intersecting line. Who can tell me what that coordinate point is? We go to the x first. So what's the x value? Anybody? Mary? -1. Goldman? Sir? What is the y value? Count it from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Can you not see that on yours? So make sure you understand that you just follow down to the x-axis. That's your x, which is -1. You follow all the way over to your y-axis, no matter where it is. If it's over here, same thing. Go to your y-axis. Go to your x-axis. If it's down here, you're going over to your, up to your x-axis and over to your y. It's wherever you need to chase to get to the x, to know where it is on the x, and go to the y to know where it is on the y. All right, guys, have any questions, let me know. Bye.